Hi, my name's Lindy and welcome to this channel. My website is www.lindycowling.co.uk. My email is info@lindycowling.co.uk, and the title of this video this evening is Lost and What to Do Next. Lost, what to do next. Now, the reason I'm bringing this video out, and again, it isn't the video that I intended to bring out. There's still one that I'm mulling over and just kind of, let's say, picking up on the bits of information, assimilating the bits of information I need for that. So that's still bubbling away in the background. But the reason I'm bringing this particular spontaneous video out is I come across an awful lot of people, client-wise, and actually personally-wise, that hit a point in their journey, hit a point in their life where they are feeling totally lost. So they reach a point where they know that the old has started to come to an end, and they feel within that they wish to step into the new internally in their consciousness, the new them, if you like, and they wish to step into the new world, if you like. So when I mean the new world is from their state of perception and awareness and actual making physical changes. So they know they want to do that, and yet they hit a point, it's a universal thing, where they know the old is coming to an end, the new is on its way, and then they are in this middle period of time where they pretty much feel lost. Now, this video is not just applying to soulmates, twin flames, catalyst, ascensionary soulmates, conscious connections, unconscious connections, matching consciousness, all these kind of different things. It's not just a video that relates to someone that is going through an awakening process as a result of connecting with someone like the people I've just listed, the categories I've just listed. This can apply to anyone in their life that hits a period of time, and this period of time can be weeks, months, or longer. It can run into longer than weeks or months, you know, a year or 2 years, where they are just feeling that certain ways that they lived their life, certain ways that they viewed their life, certain parts of their reality is changing, or due to change, or about to change, or is coming to an end, or actually has come to an end. And then they feel like they're treading water before they're into the next part of it. And a lot of people have no idea what to do, and it kind of, they find it alarming. I mean, most human beings do find it alarming when they're not aiming for something or working towards something. They find it alarming, that idea of treading water, metaphorically, of spending some time in their own energy. They find it alarming getting to know who they are, and they find it alarming not having a goal to aim towards. So it's a common phenomena, and it's something I get really emailed about for people to book sessions a lot. People saying, I'm completely lost, my soulmate is no longer with me, or I'm completely lost, my twin flame is no longer with me, or I'm completely lost because I've just hit a point in my life where I don't know if I want to continue the career I'm doing. I don't know if I want to continue to live where I'm living. I don't know if I want to continue in the relationship I'm in, all of the above or some of the above, you know, in all different kind of versions. So this video has kind of been brought about spontaneously over the last few days because I've been working with people that are coming up with a familiar theme, and already I've worked with, you know, 2 or 3 that have used the same expression, and it's only 11 days into January, so it shows how commonplace this point is that we hit, and there are many similar signatures to it. So it was really brought about because I did a spontaneous kind of interview with Christy Walsh on an American radio show called In Flow Radio, and it's Surfing the Psychic Waves, her show on there, and I did that. It went out live, I think it was 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, United States, which went out about 9 o'clock at night. Wednesday just gone, I think that was about a couple of days ago, and it will be up on some kind of podcast, and it will be up, I think, on SoundCloud and various things like that in the next few days. You know, I'll let you know what it is. But during that, the way I work is it's very spontaneous, so in some ways it's very intuitive, it's from the heart, and it's very much like direct kind of channeling, heart channeling on the spot really. And during that I was kind of prompted from within to share an exercise that I think is very useful for people at the moment when they are at this period of time when they're not sure what comes next, and it might be that they are just in a quiet period of time where their life seems to be very quiet, and they kind of feel a guilt that their life is very quiet and that they're not actually aiming anywhere, and they want to be aiming somewhere but they don't know where. Or some of them, they, like I say, they just want to make some kind of changes and can't see where to head. So I was spontaneously guided to give this exercise, which I have used this exercise with people before on that radio show, and it's come up a few times this week since, actually, with the clients, so I'm going to share it now. So if you are at a point in your life when you're feeling lost for whatever reason, some of or all of the above, one thing I'll say is, number one, don't be afraid to metaphorically tread water for a bit. Don't be afraid to not just really gather your thoughts, but actually sit within your own energy, give yourself a breather, and start to kind of tune in and feel into who you are, where your life has been, where you potentially would like your life to go. Don't be afraid to sit in the moment that you're in. Don't be afraid to bring your energy totally into the now and say to yourself, what I'm doing now is enough. What I'm doing now is fine. Giving yourself a breather, a chance for your energy to, let's say, be integrated and assimilated, a chance for you to go through some very powerful inner changes, whether you are aware of it or not, and a chance to kind of gather your senses before you make any decisions on what comes next. Now, some of you watching this, in fact many of you watching this, will say, I have no idea what to choose, what comes next. Now, part of that is not because something's gone wrong. Part of that is the step in consciousness that humanity are making means that the structure of our reality, the fabric of our reality, is changing. As our inner grids of and fabrics of reality change, so does the outer one correspondingly. And so there is a point of time where we can't run our realities in the same way because our perception is different and our frequency is different. And so there is a kind of, let's say, a switch over period, which takes a period of time before we align our inner realities with our outer realities. So there's not exactly a space in between, but there's a period of time before that transition, that transformation has been made. A transformation isn't often actually overnight. I mean, it can be, but it's very rare. It's usually over a period of time. And there is a period of time that takes place when you're coming out of the old perceptions, the old belief systems, the old programming, you're becoming more conscious and you're going into the new, if you like, from the old. So part of that period in between is the switching over from the unconscious to conscious. So people start to feel lost because they are used to functioning in a knee-jerk survival response way, like getting up in the morning, I have to do my 9 till 5 job to keep a roof over my head. I have to do this, I have to get my car fixed. I have to pick the kids up from school. I have to do this. I have And the routines of life, you're rushing about, getting on with a lot of more functional things. And often life is pretty much a survival response, feeling and having to get things done to keep a roof over your head and to keep food on the table, etc. So this switch over period within is the recognition of how one is running their life and their consciousness, and there is this period of time before one comes online within themselves to become more conscious and starts to actually realize they have the potential to create what comes next in their reality. Now, this isn't manifestation. Manifestation and positive thinking is an octave lower than creation. So it's an octave lower in sound than creation. And manifestation and positive thinking can get you so far and can be very successful for people. But manifestation and positive thinking is not what I'm talking about on this video. I'm talking about the energy of creation, which comes from the metaphysical portal of one's metaphysical heart, the rungs of consciousness in one's heart. So a simple but can be a very powerful exercise, literally, that you could do for 5 minutes every day for a period of a number of weeks, perhaps into a couple of months even, is the one that I'm going to give you now, that taps into your energy of creation from your metaphysical heart. Not only does this have the potential to help your metaphysical consciousness, your metaphysical heart, your ascended authentic heart expand, so you get used to using the heart in that way, and you are responding to the heart juice, and giving the heart some feedback juice as well. But it is very powerful in the practice of creating your realities, creating or recreating aspects of your lives. So it is a very positive attribute, a very positive gift that we all have. And it has an amazing fail-safe within it, in that the energy of creation from the portal of the heart cannot be misused. Why? Because you have to access a purity of frequency within your metaphysical heart in order to create. So sometimes along the way, coming from that purity and the heart, you can create something slightly off kilter to what you're expecting, simply because you were so good at creating that you, let's say, didn't create negatively, but it came in a form that you weren't entirely intending, so it was along those lines. But because creation is so quick, very, very quick, I mean, it starts off very quickly within, 24, 48 hours for a lot of people, but then it has the potential to be pretty much instant, because you're in that more conscious, in the moment, in the now, 0 point unified energy, which is instant. So that's part of it. Because it's so fast, it's like almost being on a horse that's galloping, and before you've quite learned to hold on to the reins, kind of thing. But it can't be negatively, let's say, misused. There can't be a misuse of energy from your own purity of your heart, because you won't be able to access creation from that negative element. So this simple exercise, if you are someone that's feeling lost, not sure what to do next, or actually are quite, I'm not going to say quite content, but you feel like a kind of nothingness, like I should be doing something, and I feel like I should, but I can't see which direction to go. And although I'm not unhappy, it's like, well, do I just, tread water? And I mean, part of that, it's almost like people feel like they're waiting for something. And I'm going to use that old adage, you're the one you're waiting for. You're waiting for you to connect up those inner dots, really, that you're a co-creator or a master creator yourself. So the exercise is this. You would set aside literally 5 to 10 minutes every day. It's no good if you just do it once a week or once a month. You've been running your life or your consciousness, your energy in a particular way. A, because you thought you had no choice. B, because you had been programmed to do so. C, because you didn't realize that you were able to have any element of input over your own reality and your own creations. So what you would do, you've been running your reality and your consciousness in a particular way, maybe for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years. So don't expect to do this for 5 or 10 minutes and then expect everything to change. You have to, let's say, rework your consciousness, rework your energy, and kind of set up some neural pathways along the way as well to help you with that. So set aside 5 to 10 minutes. You would sit down quietly in a chair, or you could lay down quietly. Obviously, don't do it while you're operating machinery or driving a car. That goes, common sense. Sit down quietly somewhere nice and comfortable. And then you would you put your hand over your heart, area of your heart, just so that you've got an anchor. Your body consciousness has an anchor for it. So put your hand over the area of your physical heart, which your metaphysical heart is in the same kind of area. And you would access either a real or an invented childhood or childlike, excited, happy, joyful memory. Now, if you are someone that can easily do that, great. If you are someone that had a very traumatic childhood, or you don't have a particularly good memory and you can't access it, you can invent one. You can invent a memory, because your consciousness, your body, your spirit, essence, mind, body, spirit and soul respond the same way if it's an invented memory that you've invented or a real one. So the rule of thumb here is to make sure that it is joyful and that it is coming from a childlike energy from you, like a childhood-like energy from you. So You know, again, simple one, you could be on the beach. This could be a real memory or an inventive one. Sun shining, warm sand, you can smell the sea, you can feel the sand, you know, you can hear the sound of your own laughter, you know, all these kind of things. You can put all the details in, all the colours, the thoughts or feelings. Maybe it's at a picnic, maybe it's the first time you went to see a pantomime. The list goes on. You can use your imagination or you can access real memory, but make sure it comes from the little girl you or the little boy energy of you, excited and happy. The key here is joyful and happy. Do not pick or invent a memory that has any negative connotations on it at all. This is a squeaky clean, lovely, happy memory or feeling. Now the key to this is not just to try and pick it up visually, but really the key to it is the feelings kinesthetically. So you need to do it so it's strong enough so that you get all the happy feelings. So you can feel the sun, you can feel the sea, or you can feel the breeze as you're sitting there having this picnic, or you're laying on a picnic blanket, or you're sitting by the trees, or you've had your first amazing, magical, you know, experience, whatever, but have it that childlike, joyful energy, and get the feeling so strong that when you're sitting there doing the exercise, you're smiling and you're feeling like, wow, I can feel it all over again and it feels fantastic. And what you do is when you've got it that strong, and you might not get it that strong the first 1 or 2 times, but you'll get much better at it. You make a link with that beautiful energy from your heart, your metaphysical heart, and you send it out to your large ball of creation. So your large ball of creation is really large. It's not like a football size. It's about the size of a large rock or a boulder, really, really big. Just a few feet in front of you. So imagine it's there, sense it's there, and it's your ball of creation, just yours, your unique ball of creation. And you send your metaphysical, really excited, childlike, joyful energy towards and into your personal ball of creation. So it's a bit like your ball of creation is a bit like a cosmic cake, and you're about to chuck all the ingredients into it. So say you're someone, I'm going to give you lots of examples. Say you're someone that is doing this exercise and your main concern in your life is to have a love relationship. What you would put into your ball of creation is the word relationships, but you do not get specific. So what you would do, you would throw or tip in the word or whatever, however you see or sense it, into your ball of creation, relationships, and you continuously make the link from your metaphysical heart energy, the excitement, the little girl, the little boy, excited memory, and you connect it to the word, what you threw into the ball of creation, relationships. And you run with that feeling and you feel that the relationship forming in your ball of creation is wonderful for you. It's perfect for you. It's a relationship that you can grow, you can expand. You're wonderful for each other, complementary for one another. You're at the same point in your evolution, and that you don't get any more specific than these kind of things. You don't nail it down in a logical, linear way to, I want to meet a man who looks like this. I want to meet a woman who looks like this age, this look. They must do this, they must do that. Why? Because your frequency will plummet and you've gone back into the linear brain. This is the high energy of creation. So you stay with the excited, childlike, joyful feelings and you don't get specific. So with relationships, depending on what your priorities are, you throw in really the word relationship and you come from the childlike joyful feeling, which makes a link, a synapse with the word or the whole concept, the blueprint, the template of relationship. If you're someone that it's all about the career, the same thing, you throw career in, and there's no limitations to how many things you can throw in your ball of creation. There is no limitation into how many ingredients you can put into your cosmic cake. So it might be relationships, career, health, finances. You know, it could be 4, 5, 6, 7 things, and you can throw them all in. But the golden rule is you don't get specific. So if you are throwing in career, you make the link to career that you've thrown in your ball of creation. You make the link from your metaphysical heart consciousness, your metaphysical heart portal. And how you make the link is from that childlike, joyful, excited little boy, little girl energy, from that real or invented memory you've got from this exercise you're doing, and you just send it to your ball of creation, and you send it to career. So immediately as you send it, there is a little circuit formed, a little synapse formed, and the career has made a link with the excited boy, excited girl like energy. So the career suddenly is expanding in your ball of creation to match that excitement and that joy, that passion, that creativity. And there is no limitation to it. Again, you can look at it for finances. You can make the link with that little boy childhood memory or energy, the feeling. Little girl, again, make it linked to the finances in the ball of creation. The key to it all, don't get specific, because it drops your frequency. The key to it is doing this on a regular basis for 5 or 10 minutes. Just build it into your routine, just like brushing your teeth in the morning or brushing your teeth at night. And also to stick with a feeling. So every time your mind starts wandering, or you start to drift away from the feeling and get logical or linear, or into worry territory on it, you've dropped the frequency, and that's a no-go. So for some of you might have to work at it a little bit, others it will come much easier and quicker than that. And in the end, for some it will be within so many days, but usually it's within so many weeks. The brain, if you like, the new neural pathway takes over. The heart is the metaphysical heart is getting used to being used in this way, so that kicks in. And the energy of creation, you're playing, the word is playing, no more serious or heavy duty than playing. You're playing with your ball of creation. So you're helping yourself in a number of different ways. You're getting used to exercising that metaphysical heart's portal in that way. You're getting used to playing with your own consciousness and reality in that way. You're getting used to using the wonderful creative energy that you've got in that particular way. So you would do this again 5 to 10 minutes every day, 7 days a week. I would say for a number of weeks. I worked with a couple of people this week, and I said to them, excuse me. I didn't say to them, excuse me. I said to them, do it for a couple of months every morning, just to give yourself plenty of chance for the synapses, the thing to take over. So when I say the thing to take over, I mean your neural pathway to be set up, that you're setting up for your ball of creation, and you to have in a way merged, so merging it into the reality, into the here and now, into the now reality, the moment. And for you to get into the habit of using your consciousness in that way. So what happens is it gets quicker and quicker. So 5 or 10 minutes, you might find you can get it down to 2 or 3 minutes. And just by putting your hand over your metaphysical or physical heart portal, physical heart, but the metaphysical is over the top. Just by putting your hand in that area, or just by thinking about, oh, I'm going to do my exercise, my ball of creation now. You might get all the excited feelings instantly and think, my God, I didn't even really try. But that's because, your cells, your consciousness, your neural pathway has kind of like it's got the message. And so it's taking you know, much less time to do it. It's kind of taking it over for you on your behalf. And then the fun really starts as the things that you've chucked into your cosmic cake, the things that you've chucked into your ball of creation, actually start to form in front of you, you know, potentially very quickly. So that is my gift to you, a little gem there. I hope it helps. I hope you have fun playing with your ball of creation. I hope you are well. I am going to love you and leave you. As always, thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for donating to me as that channel to enable me to do the work that I do. Take care. See you again soon, guys. Bye.